Hi Arboga, it's Mr. Preston again, and I want to talk a little bit or begin the conversation about a return to school and what pickup and drop-offs will look like. Things are going to be different because we have to actively take every student's temperature and kind of do a physical check on how they look, whether they have symptoms. And so what we're going to ask for is your cooperation in that no student is dropped off, but that you come through the school parking lot loop, and on these gates we will have staff waiting here with thermometers, and we will, as soon as you pull up to one of the staffed gates, we will have one of the staff members motion for the student to come out. We'll check their temperature, we'll kind of give them the once over, and as soon as they're cleared, they will be released to go back into the school and onto their classroom. If they are not, we will just have a quick conversation with you about, hey, they need to go home today and distance learn. So the winning side of this is that they can still learn if they're not here, but they can't be here if they have those symptoms. So we're going to ask for your cooperation in not dropping students off in the community center or anywhere around here, but waiting until you have actually been checked. And so the parent and the student stay in the car until the student is motioned to be checked. We are working on having 2 different points of entry so that it'll speed it up a little bit. We do know that this is going to take a long time, and there's really not an easier fix. I wish we had one, but we're trying to work out all of the kinks. When we do return, it'll be that kindergarten and first grade initially, and so it'll give us a week or 2 to really try to work those out, and then we will add additional grades. The way that pickup will be different is that we will not have the luxury of being able to line students up in the cafeteria or anywhere else, because we do have to respect social distance. We will very likely have students waiting over here in lines separated, and will have the pickup times spaced out. I understand that if you have multiple children, this can cause a problem because they will be released 5 to 10 minutes apart. And so what we are going to ask, and yes, we know it's a big ask, it's a pain, but is that if you pick up a child in kinder, that you drive out and then get back in line to pick up a child in first, second, or third, and then the same for fourth, fifth, or sixth. I know it's a hassle, but if we don't do it this way, we're not going to be able to really effectively provide for the pickups, because we can't have the students smashed together. We have to respect social distancing, etc. This is a huge paradigm shift for all of us, and I know that it's going to be a pain in the tuchus, but we're going to have to do it together to try to make sure that our kids get back to school, because that's what we want. Okay, so thank you, Arboga. This is just the beginning of a conversation about it. There will be videos to follow, there will be messages, there will be emails, there will be a lot of information, because it's going to take a bit, and we know that, but we need your help. Thank you.
Good morning, Harper. How are you today?
Good.
All right, let's get this. How are you feeling today?
Good.
Good. I'm going to check your temperature. Perfect. No fever. Have a wonderful day, Harper. Oh, wait, Mr. Cougar. Mr. Cougar, come back. Come back. We have a new process. I need to check your temperature. Let's get some hand sanitizer. And we're going to check your temperature. How are you feeling today, Mr. Cougar? Oh, wonderful. Have a great day. Welcome back.
Hi everyone,
everyone. This is Mrs. West, your Arboga librarian, and I'm here today to introduce you to our new library website. It has a lot of information that will be helpful for you to check out books and has a lot of resources to finding books online. You can access the website at arboga.mjusd.com. So let's take a look at what the website looks like. So this is our home page, and you can access our online catalog where you can put a book on hold and check it out. And you can also find more information about picking up or dropping off library books. Let's take a look at pick up and drop off. So once you've placed a book on hold, I will be contacting you when it's ready for pickup. Pickup days are Wednesdays between 12:30 and 2 o'clock. And parents, you will need to sign a permission slip. You can access that permission slip in 3 different ways. One, you can click on the permission slip right here. It will take you right to the page, and you can print it out and sign it. Okay? You can also access it through the parent portal. This is a link. It will take you right to the parent portal right here. And here are instructions on where you will find it in the parent portal. If we go back to the home page, then if I click on the Destiny access page, then you will find instructions on how to put a book on hold, and you can go through these slides and find the instructions on where to find it. When you log into Clever, you will see this follette, and you will click on this to access the catalog, and it will give you instructions on how to find books that you want in different ways, and also how to put them on hold. And when you put them on hold, you will see a confirmation. And so the confirmation will be at the top. Okay, so the third way to sign the permission slip would be when you pick up the books, I will have them available and you can sign them then. On the last page of the slide, it gives you a lot of information about putting the books on hold. You have the max number is 3. The maximum number of books you can check out is 2. If you still have books checked out from last year, they will need to be returned before you can check out more books. Also, if you put a book on hold and you do not want that book any longer, you will need to contact me and I will take the book off of hold for you. Okay?
I worked at Arboga for 4 years. I actually taught in room 8, right over there. That was my first room. And I started here and I taught 5th grade for the first year, and then I taught 3 years of 6th grade. And then I moved up to Browns Valley Elementary and taught 3rd grade and 5th grade. And now I'm back. So this will be my 5th year and I'm back to teaching 5th grade again. Before I became a teacher, I was a librarian at McKinney Middle School, and so this will be my 8th year of teaching, but I worked for a year before that as a librarian, so I guess 9 years, I guess, as a paid employee of the Marysville Joint Unified School District, but before that I volunteered for years and years as a parent and PTA member and president. Island of the Blue Dolphins, and it was just amazing, and it gave me these grand delusions of becoming a marine biologist. For several years I thought I was going to go work with fish in the ocean, and the reality of that is I don't really like the ocean. It smells, and fish are amazing, but they stink. And so I don't know why I ever thought I was going to do that, but I think that it traces back to Island of the Blue Dolphins. I have way, way, way too many favorite songs. Anyone that knows me knows that I randomly like break out into song lyrics from really all genres and all decades of music. Right now, I listen to a lot of Billie Eilish and Post Malone, but I was just listening to a lot of 50s music last week. You know, just kind of what I'm in the mood for. I love Red Hot Chili Peppers and Foo Fighters. I actually was going to bring a picture of Mrs. Bratton and I. We actually went to a Foo Fighters concert my first year here at Arboga. But anyway, like way, way, way too many songs to name a favorite. My favorite things to do are to run. I love running. I do endurance races. So these are ultra races, training for a 50 miler, but I've done a couple 50Ks and some overnight Ragnar relays. I've done like 8 of those or something. So I love to run. I love to dance. I love to play soccer. That's something I do as often as possible. And spend time with my kids, my family. My favorite animal is a frog. And I don't really know why I love frogs other than they're green, and that's my favorite color. I've just always loved frogs. And it's not like they do anything really special. I don't know, they can jump really high, but that's not something I don't know, it's just random. I love frogs. I'd be a frog. My favorite treats, I actually have like a giant jug of them from Sam's Club in my room right now. I love peanut M&Ms. I think it's because they're gluten-free for one, so I can have them. And I trick myself into saying because they have peanuts, they have some protein, and so they're good for me, even though we all know it's just candy. I actually had a bracelet for a while that had this on it. It's from Gandhi. It's be the change you want to see in the world. And that's something that I really love and stand behind, because I think all too often we just want to sit and complain about the way things are and, you know, how people are, and we just want to sit and complain about it, and it's not okay. If we want change, then we need to let it start with us. My favorite PBIS roar, it's actually the first 2 letters, the R and the O, respect for others and self. I think that when you whittle everything down, everything begins there. So when we have respect for ourselves and others, we are being accountable and responsible and safe, because we don't want to see others hurt. One of my favorite things to think about is what I'm doing helping or hurting. And I don't ever want to be on the hurting side of things, and so I let those things guide me. Is, will this help? And being respectful of ourselves and others always will. When I was born, my right eye was going straight up and my left eye was going way over to the left, and so if you watch my eyes sometimes, they still go kind of wonky-eyed. I've had 3 surgeries in my lifetime. The first one I was 18 months old, but for some reason my eyeballs just don't want to work together, and so they're constantly fighting to take control. And so sometimes you will look at me and wonder, is she looking back at me? I don't know. I would like to invite my good friend, Mrs. Ramirez of room 10, to be the next Cougar call out.
Thanks so much for watching our video. Have a great weekend.